keep telling Aram that he doesn't have to introduce me every time you have one of these lecture series, but I do appreciate the fact that they're occurring and that the Armenian National Committee is, continuing with this series leading up to the 100th anniversary of the Armenian Genocide. And I think it's important. It's good to see so many people here. The tables are full, Aram. I would just say two things. One is, looking at the two speakers, I met both of them. The one speaker who's going to talk about the pogroms in Baku reminds us, I think, which I think we need to be reminded, that when we talk about 1915 and 100 years later, we're not just talking about the genocide that occurred in 1915 and thereafter, but pogroms that occurred before and those that are occurring now or more recently, so that this is not something that's, even though we talk about it in terms of the 100th anniversary, this is not something that was just 100 years ago, it was 150 years ago, it's 25 years ago. And then the second thing with the second speaker, with Dr. Dorian, about U.S. Involvement in Nagorno-Karabakh. Obviously and I'm sure everyone in this room has felt for a long time that the U.S. needs to play more of a role there. I obviously like to see recognition of Karabakh by the U.S., but in the absence of that, certainly whatever we can do in terms of economic development, that would lead to recognition or lead to a settlement so that Karabakh continues to be either an independent country or part of Armenia. So with that, thank you again, and thanks to the ANC for doing this. It's very important. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.